All right, welcome back to another episode of Roguetech. So this is the first episode after the online map shut down. This is where we're at right now. I think we're gonna work our way up to fight against Draconis Combine, maybe Steiner, somewhere up here. I'm sick of fighting periphery states. I was only doing it because that's that's where the fight was for the online map. These pulsing things, this must be a Wartech 2C thing, because I've never seen it before. But apparently different factions are attacking other factions, which is cool. It's not as, cool as the online map where the clan's actually invading and everything, but maybe the Roguetech crew will put a map together where the clan invasion has started. But, yeah. So, sorry if I'm not super energetic today. I just recorded the opinion piece that I put up at the beginning of the week, and feeling kind of down from it and from everything. So, yeah, what we're going to do today, instead of playing any missions, is we're going to look at 3 heavy mechs that we now have ready. In the process of traveling, I ground up some C-bills off of really low skull missions. This right here is the Vulcan that I told you I was going to build. So on recovery missions, it jumps and braces for 8 evasion and guarded, and then, it jumps again. And so it grabs the stuff, gets out, and doesn't fight anything, so I just go for full C-bills, and it pays really well. 17,000 drop costs, and usually around, like this one, it actually got opened in the leg and center torso, and the repair bill was like 22,000 or something silly low like that. So, yeah, for very little investment, I'm able to make really good money off of it. And if it ever fails and explodes and the pilot dies, it's one of our rookie pilots, so it doesn't matter. Literally all I have to do is get an escapist so that it gets the 8 evasion instead of just 7. And it works. In any case, so these 3 heavy mechs, I've realized the problem. And the problem, we'll go ahead and look at the Marauder, the matter. The problem with building these right now is that we don't have the engine cores for it. The biggest engine core we have is a 260. And in order to get 4 walk, which is the lowest I'm really comfortable having on a mech, you have to have a 300 for a 75-ton mech. Also, because the Marauder has these jump jets built in, you can't use a 260 core. I think 300's the lowest you can use to be able to get the 4 out of 4 here, because the directional thrusters are built in, so you can't remove those. So you have to have an engine core that's large enough for 4 jump jets. So we cannot actually build the Marauder. So honestly, I was gonna sketch out builds, but I can't sketch out builds if I don't know how much tonnage the engine is taking. Same thing with the Warhammer. It doesn't have the jump jet issue, but, a 260 core is just not enough. So a 260 core in the Warhammer is a 3-5 movement. And that's just not enough. Like, an assault mech with 3-5, okay. Because those things have so many weapons and so much tonnage that you could put some really big, heavy, long-range weapons and succeed. But I prefer my heavy or smaller mechs to be at least 4 move. At least. And we already have 2 heavies that are slower, that are at 4 walk. And they don't get around very quickly. They're both 4/6, and they take time to get into the fight sometimes. So I would prefer for this Warhammer and this Marauder to be much faster. Preferably 5/7, 5/8, whatever. And then throw on Mask Supercharger, Jump Jets, whatever it is to make it faster, to make it go farther. But the Catapult, I am okay putting the Catapult together as kind of a turret mech, really. So I think that's what I'm going to do for now. I may change this up once I get bigger engine cores, but for now, with 65 tonnage, that means we would want 130 for 2 walk, or 195 for 3 walk. And I think I'm okay with 3 walk on this thing, in part because its primary weapons are going to be a pair of LRM-20s. And you can see the tonnage is not an issue. I am actually going to drop this case, and Swarm Improved I'm fine with. Actually, Heavy Jump Jets. Do we have more Heavy Jump Jets? We have Improved Heavies. But that's a lot of tonnage. Yeah, 1.5 tons each, as compared to 1 ton each for the regular heavy. This isn't about jumping far. This is about jumping up on top of a hill so that it can shoot its PPCs. So we need 2 more heavy jump jets. But yeah, that will allow it to just jump up a cliff. That's all that's intended for. We can drop in Indo. We can drop in Clan Pharaoh. Drop that patchwork. And the Clan Pharaoh is partially for the case. We will need ammo because, yeah, 2 LRM-20s, that's 40 missiles, so that's 3 Alpha Strikes per bin of ammo. Also, we are going to, since this is just primarily missiles, well, then again, we do have the Artemis Battle Control, but that's, I mean, it would be the Artemis Battle Control and tracking. That's all we'd be able to put on this. But hold on. We have an Apollo that we were already considering rebuilding a little bit. So if I drop the LRM-10... Oh, but I only have 2 LRM-20s. So the idea that was suggested and then I kicked around, and I actually ended up agreeing that I liked, is replacing the Clan LRM-10 and the PPC with an LRM-20. So the Clan LRM-10 is 40 damage, the LRM-20 is 100 damage, and the ER-PPC is 55. So altogether we're actually gaining 5 damage, assuming we keep the laser, but since we're going to be just missiles, we don't need that anymore, we don't need that anymore, we don't need that anymore. And instead, we can just put a Battle Computer Artemis 2. Or no, not Battle Computer. Fire Control Artemis 2. Or Artemis 4. Whatever. So, yeah, now this thing does about the same damage, because we still have a 1.5 tons left that we can use for an ER laser or something. Actually, yeah, it probably will just be an ER laser. Do we have an ER medium laser? Right there. Something like that. Our heat efficiency is... We are super overcooling now. Which means we can actually put another... Oh, we only have Magna. Well, Magna's fine. Doesn't have as much range as the ER medium. I'd like some clan ER mediums because I think those are the longest range medium lasers. But... because we don't have any more missile hard points. That would be ideal. So light PPC is 3 tons. We're still overcooling. We would need half a ton to make that work. But I think we have patchwork. We do. We have patchwork. So the light PPC is 120 meters shorter range than the ER PPC. But again, we're getting the ER PPC damage on the LRM-20. So that's basically the light PPC replacing the RE medium laser. So it's the same damage at much longer range with the PPC debuff and the ability to clear mines. Let's check ammo real quick. So 40 missiles per shot. That's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 alpha strikes. Yep, that's good. And we have enough to just use Artemis all battle if we want to. Do we have other Artemis? Because we're going to want to put Artemis on the Catapult. Is that all the Artemis we have? No, we have 3 more bins. Okay. So yeah, we have enough to do the same thing on the Catapult. So this is going to be 2 LRM-20, well, LRM-20, Clan LRM-20, and a light PPC. And the Catapult's going to be its big brother with a pair of light PPCs and a pair of regular LRM-20s instead of Clan. We need another LRM-20 to do that. Because now we only have 1 Inner Spirit LRM-20. But that's fine. We'll figure that out. But I think this is actually an improvement to... Well, it's not really an accuracy improvement, obviously, because the gunnery and Artemis battle control... Then again, hold on. Artemis, the 1 evasion ignore, is now on the fire control system. So we're losing 1 gunnery. We're actually only losing 1 gunnery off of this mech. And we're actually doing slight, like 5 more damage. But it's shifted all of it to the missiles so that the Apollo's affinities matter more. So it's actually good. 810 meters is the... Yeah, so that's good. That's fine. Yeah. We'll do that. And then we can actually armor up the teeniest bit. Something like that. Alright. So there we go. There's that. Now, the Catapult. Actually, does the store have an LRM-20? I would absolutely buy an LRM-20 right now. Because that's what I'm looking for. Nope. No LRM-20. Okay. So, that was my plan for the Catapult. Is a pair of LRM-20s. What do I do now? I mean, obviously, I still put the 1 LRM-20 in. LRM-15 Longfire? No. Because, yeah, its quirk is +1 accuracy and better clustering with missiles. And its affinities, I think, are all missiles, right? No, long range and extreme range accuracy and minus recoil with missiles. That's interesting. Minus recoil for missiles would mean that we could actually use a pirate fire control system. And with the pirate fire control system... Do we have a pirate? Yes, we do. So we can use the pirate fire control system. which gives +1 accuracy, +1 evasion ignore. So it's better than the Fire Control Mark II in that way. But it also adds 1 recoil and 10% weapon heat. So once they got 40 affinity, they wouldn't even need to have military or ex-military to run this thing. No, they would, because the PPCs would then have a recoil of 1. But most of our mech warriors have military or ex-military anyway. But yeah, so with that, we would be able to drop in Artemis 4 battle computer, gunnery battle computer, tracking battle computer, and cockpit, rangefinder double plus. We don't need gunnery really. I mean, the battle computer, why not? It's only a ton. Well, then again, is that the only gunnery battle computer we have? Yes, it is. That would be better served on a mech that has jam chance or something. And then tracker sensors, because this thing should be at long range all the time. And yeah, I really want another LRM-20. I don't think I have IATM ammo. But IATM's direct fire anyway. Yeah. IATM's direct fire only, so I think. Because I think regular ATMs you can fire indirectly, but I think in improved IATMs you cannot. I think they are direct fire only. Yeah, it doesn't say, because they're streak ATMs. MML7, no. Yeah, so we would definitely want another LRM-20. Right, engine core. I think we were gonna do the 140. Give it 2.3? No. 2.3 is way too slow. Like, even for a turret mech, it's way too slow. So 200? Was it 200 that we were gonna give it? 3.4. That's 180. 2.4. So it still sprints for just as much. So yeah, 180 sounds good to me. So that's another 10 tons for the LRM-20. And we would need 3 tons of Artemis ammo. And I like to have a ton of LK ammo for firing indirectly. I am actually going to drop the improved swarm. Then again, 3 area of effect damage to units in radius, and if you do hit with it, it still does, I think, 2 damage. So if you hit, it does the same amount of damage. If you miss, it still does 3 damage. So that's actually better firing indirectly than the LK ammo, but actually I can keep both. Oh, I can also drop this case. So, and I can drop the patchwork. So then, obviously, I want to ban a mag pulse because, yeah, mag pulse is fun. Scrambling sensors, scrambling heat, scrambling cooling. Good times. I wish I had some improved Thunder LRMs. That would be fun too. But we don't. In any case, so as far as internals go, toss in that Indo. Toss in the, I think just regular Pharaoh, honestly. This thing shouldn't be getting shot at a lot. And that still gives us max armor with plenty of room for jump jets. Oh no, that's right. This is going to be 10 tons on the LRM-20. So if we also wanted to include room for another jump jet, then we would need 1 more ton. Oh, and we need another advanced optics. Probably pull it out of, oh, double heat sinks, right. That's going to take some slots. So, double heat sink kit. And then we need 3 double heat sinks. Like so. And then we ran out of slots. Oof. So that was the plan. But now we would need 3 more slots for the LRM-20. Okay. So, what if... so doing a light engine would take 4 slots, meaning we'd have to go to -1 heatsink ton in order to actually gain slots. And we would only gain 2 slots on a light engine. That's not enough. So we actually have to, because of slots, unless we want to use Clan Pharaoh or something, and I really don't want to use Clan Pharaoh for this build, we're going to have to go with the 250 core in order to... And at that point, we're at 4.6. So, never mind about making it a turret, in which case we could just kind of drop the jump jets. And putting in... Oh, I must have used the light engine somewhere. Well, XL engine is fine. Yeah, it's fine to use an XL engine for an artillery mech or a long-range mech. So we still have 5 slots left, which is enough for the LRM-20. We still have just over 10 tons left, which means we can drop a little bit of back armor. And that gives us enough tonnage for the LRM-20 as well as 1 more ton. So maybe a tag in the head? What's the range on a tag? Range on a tag is 600. Maybe just another bin of ammo. What other, like, we have our damage. Artemis, LK, we have our damage. What specialty ammo do we have? I mean, there's chaff. Chaff does what we're using Magpulse for most of the time, but better. And Chaff and Magpulse together is even more effective. Or we could put more Swarm Eye so that we could fire 6 times with it instead of just 3. I don't know. I think I'll try the Chaff, and if I don't like it, then I'll swap it out for another Swarm Eye. Alright. So that's 2 million C-bills. Yeah, that XL engine is quite expensive. But yeah, that's basically the build, I think. And then we've got 4 slots left, exactly enough for our LRM-20. And yeah, put a military or ex-military mech warrior in there, and we're good to go. So I guess for now, until we get an LRM-20, let's just throw in an LRM-15. LRM-15 long fire, sure, why not? Oh, wow. 16 heat, 14 heat. So actually, we're going to need an exchanger. Oh, wow, those are a waste. Yeah, like a regular exchanger is all we really need. Or exchanger single plus, but yeah, weapon mount is only if there's a lower to replace. And we could go ultralight gyro instead of Pharaoh. That would save us more tonnage. And then we could put heat sinks in because we would have a lot more slots left. And then once we get some stealth armor, we could potentially put some stealth armor in. Alright. Alright. So we still have the extra slot. We still have the extra slot for the LRM-15 to turn into an LRM-20. And the tonnage we need... Oh, we would need 3 tons. And those 3 tons would be the double heat sinks. Oh, we don't need 3. Why am I putting 3? We only need 1. And we could actually drop armor. So, well, there'll still be a heat delta of 2 once we put the LRM-20 in. But yeah. Yeah. Drop a little bit more back armor. So there we go. Now the LRM-15 long fire can be swapped out with a LRM-20. We can add an exchanger, a base exchanger if we want. Or we can use... we need advanced optics, preferably Mark III. That's just Mark I. That's only out to 540 meters. That's not good enough for a long-range build like this. Toss IFF jammer in. Sure, why not? So we'll probably pull the Advanced Optics Mark III off of a medium mech. Which medium mech, I haven't decided yet. This thing's not going to be done for 18 more days. But yeah, something like that. Something like that. And then at some point, once we have a surplus of Clan Indo and Clan Pharaoh, I'm pretty sure we can put both in with the slots we have and get some more tonnage to work with. Or something. I don't know. But this works. And yeah, once we get another LRM-20, we'll slot that in. We'll gain an extra 25 damage. And this will be finished. Alright. So, again, we need better engine cores for the other 2 heavy mechs that we have in the oven. We need a... I would like to put a larger engine core in the Grasshopper. So I changed it from... While I was working, I experimented, changed it. It now has Ferro Lamellar instead of the underwhelming Hardrill. The Hardrill it had was underwhelming, but the Clan Ferro Lamellar with the combat shield helps it really be tanky. It is slower than I would like with the 280 core. I would much prefer to replace the 280 core with a 350 or even a 400. And in order to do that, I would absolutely put a engine upgrade in. To do that, obviously, I would need to drop some heat sinks, but with a bigger engine core, I could replace the engine heat sinks +1 with like a +2 or a +5. If I'm dropping a 400 core in, I could free up tons of room with a +5. That would be almost every heatsink out of here. But right now, it's able to run around with its cutlass and its hot seat cockpit and its lasers all going all at the same time, along with the AMS Mark II firing off and not overheat. The original iteration that I tried, it was bad. Yeah, it basically overheated constantly, so this is much better. But yeah, so other than that, I didn't really mess with builds at all. Like, everything else is essentially exactly what it was, other than the Grasshopper. The Helepolis is repairing, and I think I'm going to use it for a heavy rack 2 build. But again, you need engine cores. You need engine cores badly. Yeah, so that's the Mech Lab. Let me check the recording real quick and see where I'm at. Alright, just checked. It's only been 30 minutes. So, let's drop into a mission. I know. I said I was just gonna spend time in the mech bay, and anyone who pieced out probably is not gonna be too happy that I dropped on a mission. I'll put a notice at the beginning. Whenever I say that, I'll cut in. Yeah, I did a mission after all. But let's try to find a quick mission. This max salvage is 211. So that's probably going to be some pretty potent stuff. This is a destroy base. Destroy base is rarely quick. Here's another 211 battle. Here's another 211 battle. Oh boy. So there are some scary battles here. Defend base is definitely not a quick mission. Yeah, I guess let's go 4 skull battle. And we've got our heavies. Well, actually, let's not even do it that order. So we've got long range, Vulture, Bushwhacker, Wolverine, and the Apollo's out of action. So, I guess kind of the Hephaestus. Then we've got short range, the Huron Warrior and the Grasshopper. Then we've got our vehicles, Manticore, Ifrit, and Nidhogg. Alright, so Blaze is in the Huron Warrior. Ek is in the Grasshopper. Dragon 66 is in the Manticore. He has the field command, which is amazing. Every third turn, he can give everyone else sensors in sight, which is really good. Increases everyone's accuracy. And I don't really care if I'm not shooting every third turn with the Elite Manticore. It's mostly there just to soak damage. In the Ifrit, we have Hammer, because the Ifrit actually does get up fast enough to use Escapist. Then in the Nidhogg, we have Templar, who has the Focus Fire and Controlled Burst for the Nidhogg's heavy AC5. Then we have Pistol with her Assassin in the Vulture, Kraken in the Bushwhacker, Klist in the Wolverine, and Glam in the Hephaestus. So we've got ourselves a respectable force. And we'll see how this goes. Okay, here we go. we've got ourselves a desert and an enemy dropship. Apparently they dropped over there. But we cannot drop over there. However, actually, does that look like they... Okay, so here's the circle. Here's the circle. There might be a support lance. I think there's a lance here and a lance over here. So... do we fight for the high ground? Oh, we can't get down from there. Okay, so... we can't drop in a position to really fight for the high ground, so... let's drop as far away from where we think the second lance is as possible. Firing line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then vehicles. And we have enemies. Ooh, we have big enemies. Big enemies mean big engine cores. And no, there is not apparently a lance up on the high ground. That's good. Alright. I'm not super worried about what I see so far. Yeah, jet booster on. Get some 4 evasion going. Okay, there we go. I knew there was going to be something scary. Yeah, the Orion I'm not worried about. The Mackie I'm really not worried about. The Griffin I am absolutely not worried about the Griffin. But a King Crab, that could complicate things. I need to get over there with my VTOLs and start overheating the King Crab ASAP. Structure exposed from one shot. Nice. Nidhogg also starting to get up to speed. And because of ammo constraints, I fire 3 times, or times 3 first round. That gives me 2 rounds of times 6 with standard ammo before I have to shift to caseless and jam all the time. I really hope that the game volume is not too loud. I had to adjust that as well. This is my first time recording gameplay since I reset up OBS, so... Okay, so 2 lasers, a PVC, and an autocannon. Yeah, that's definitely not a scary Mackie. Yeah. The Wolverine, since there's no vehicles, is going to be of limited use. But if this hits the side torso... It did not. Or maybe it did, actually. I think it did. I think it was just shy of ripping it off. But that's fine. I was about to say we have missiles for that, but actually no, the Catapult's still under construction and we changed the Apollo, so the Apollo's not on this mission either. But, I mean, we still have these missiles. So, maybe one of them will hit side torso? Prototype heavy jump jets. Really? That sounds interesting. Oh. Yeah, start everything up. And, yeah, all he can get while running through rough terrain is 4 evasion. My melee mech is not the fastest. But again, no engine upgrade. So by upgrading the engine, I can definitely get another, a bigger core in there. I just need to find the bigger core first. And that Clan XL engine that you might have seen while I was in the mech bay, that's totally reserved for the Grasshopper. Oh boy. So my choice is either get in there or take an obstructed shot without sensors on the first round. No. And I keep forgetting I need to upgrade Blaze's piloting so she can actually use her supercharger. Wasted tonnage. Sure. Evasion unchanged, of course. Of course the evasion's unchanged. Yeah? Sure. Maybe he'll take the side torso off. No, but prototype jump jet heavy destroyed. Oh, this is killing me. I'm not shooting that much ordnance past my Grasshopper. Nor am I shooting it past my Grasshopper and my Huron Warrior. Okay, dropping behind this rough terrain was a terrible idea. Lesson learned. Okay. Sprint. 6. Fire. All the fire. Oh, he's already hot. Well, this should be super effective then. Straight up shutdown. You love to see it. Unfortunately, the place, like, he's positioned in a place where I don't know if I'm going to be able to really get a shot on him with anyone. That's super unfortunate. Alright. Klist is going to actually offensive push. She's pretty good at it. Wait, what? Whatever. And she missed. Okay. Alright. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, Orion doing Orion things. Oh yeah, I have AMS for days. Like, no missile's going to get through. Which makes reflective armor sound very interesting. Okay, Huron Warrior, getting in there finally. And... okay, finally the torso's down. And Pilot's bleeding out. So I think I just ignore him for the rest of the battle. In part to just let me focus fire people who have more weapons left, and in part to see if I can get those prototype heavy jump jets. Because if they got crit out when I damaged the side torso, that means the other side torso only has one. Center torso? Legs? Aww, there's only one left. I destroyed 2 of them. That's unfortunate. What is a prototype PPC? That's really interesting. Primitive engine. Okay. Prototype jump jets are probably bad then. I mean, honestly, as long as the King Crab is shut down, I can just focus the other guys. Which I will. I'm a lot more worried about, and yes, I know, the Heavy Rack 5 Risk has enough recoil, and I don't have enough recoil reduction unless I control burst. And even then, I only have enough recoil reduction to ×3 it before I start losing accuracy. But I'd rather fire twice as much with, what is that, 10% lower accuracy? So did he start up successfully? Okay, can't really get a good shot on anyone else, so I might as well shoot the Griffin. And we are definitely going to go Berserker. And we are going to charge that Orion. So it says we take 35 damage. I'm fine with that. Oof. Oof. That is unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. Again, not liking the idea of shooting past all of my other guys. And I can't get an angle on the King Crab. This is why I don't like slow mechs. Like, having one slow mech up on high ground shooting over everyone is fine. Having several slow mechs that are running with everyone else, not so great. Okay, he's down. And the prototype jump jet was destroyed, so we don't get to see what those were. Oh well. So, rolling forward, hopefully drawing fire, and using field command. Alright. So, jet boost off, it has a fail chance. Go ahead and get 4 evasion. And honestly, he's so hot, I don't think I need to use all 4. And he is still shut down. So actually, I think I'm going to save them for once he starts back up. Can the Nidhogg also get behind him? No, not quite. But the Nidhogg can get in position to get behind him. And do nothing, because the rack is jammed. Alright. Obstructed line of sight to the Mackie is all I can get. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, fighting uphill's rough. Overheat alert. Mackie has damage reduction. Did he not fire last turn? Huh. Wait, whoa, whoa. Whoa. And AP with armor-piercing ammo. 7% chance for a headshot. No, did not get it. Pretty sure 27 structure would have done it, right? Yeah. Okay, so the VTOLs are just going to keep shutting the King Crab down, and the Wolverine's just going to keep trying to one-shot the head. We're going to see if we can try to get a King Crab out of this mission. As long as we destroy everything else pretty, succinctly, completely, and totally, then we should... Oh, by the way, 169 melee damage with the weapon. Yes. Just yes. And that's without Berserker. Oh. Okay, or we're gonna, smash our saber into the cockpit of the primitive Orion and clutter up the loot table with that. That works too. Huron warrior getting off a little to the side to shoot the Mackie. And turning off a large laser. And I prefer the rotary rifle to the large laser because even though it, doesn't do that great against armor, it is still doing, noticeable damage and tons of stability compared to the large laser. And we still can't shoot with the vulture. Or the Hephaestus. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. So that just... Wow. Oh, okay. This Mackie, man. That's annoying. He just ran down the slope just enough that I can't get to him. Alright, so you are going to go over here. And you are going to hit him with Inferno. And now he's shut down again. I mean, yeah, go ahead and go take a shot at the Mackie's back. Pew! Okay, so I'm out of precision ammo. That's fine. Mackies and king crabs don't walk that fast. Oh no, he hit me. Yeah, our grasshopper takes, very little damage. I don't know if you noticed, but those medium lasers did 10. Okay, that's a shot. That's a shot. Alright. Slowly damaging the Mackie. And still can't fire both lasers and the rotary rifle. I think he failed the startup check. I forget. Is she one more turn till Warlord? Okay. Alright. Eventually the through armor damage is going to blow something up. But yeah, it's going to take 3 more hits on center torso to kill it. So I can keep trying to shoot it in the head till then. And the vultures still can't get a shot. I face those either. Alright. It's fine. We're about to be cresting the hill, and then we can all unload on the Mackie. Oh, there's a 5% fail chance in the cockpit. I did not pay attention to that. Really? He soaked that punch? Or that melee attack? That's crazy. Okay, ripped off his arm, so that was... Yeah, okay, that's why. Hit arm, ripped off arm, and then... Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. Obviously not shooting swarm missiles. And... I don't want any of that. So I'm going to try to wreck it all. Okay, standing and shooting with Warlord. I'd rather be shooting from the front, because I could get actually a higher hit chance on the cockpit. But, is he about to start up again? Actually, I should have waited. Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see if he starts up before I use the Nidhogg. Pistol, finally getting a shot on the Mackie. Well, at least I destroyed the arm and the torso and the other arm, so... Okay. So he immediately shut down again. I forgot to turn off his hot seat cockpit. Just gonna overheat him again. Make sure that he keeps failing his shutdown override. I mean, in the event that he does start up again, I will easily be able to kill him. No, not you. Gauss rifle's jammed. Awesome. Didn't unjam. Okay. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and get everyone in position. That way, if I do fail to get the headshot and he starts back up, I can just murder him. Yeah, turn that off. I'm so glad that didn't explode on me. That would have been very depressing. Yeah, Grasshopper did a good job. Ek did his job well. Alright. No more Infernos on the Nidhogg. So... yeah, just standing by. I'm not going to be able to keep him overheated for long. Not going to be able to keep him overheated for long. And I'm sorry about the sirens outside. But yes, hopefully 2 is enough to shut him down again. It is. Honestly, 1 might have been enough to shut him down again. Oh, the Gauss Rifle did unjam. Excellent. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I only get 2 picks. Whatever. Don't even know why I'm doing this when I only get 2 priority picks. And he shut down again. You know what? Pistol, why don't you try your hand? Warlord. Sure. All I needed to do was use pistol. Alright. Okay, so after drop costs, we still get 850,000. Very little damage. And... we get a 4-stack of King Crab parts. And a 4-stack of Orion parts if we want them, but that's primitive Orion, right? Pretty sure that's a primitive, so... The Orion 1H? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we got 4 parts of a King Crab. I'm pretty sure it's a primitive King Crab. Yeah, King Crab 0. Yeah, but it's still a King Crab. Yeah, that's... Then again, there's not much to pick. I mean, 300 core isn't even... Well, it's bigger than what we've got right now. Okay. We got the Orion too. That is awesome. Alright, Heat Sink's gone. Thunderbolt 10... Fire 1 big missile. If I want pinpoint, I'd rather have lasers. Structure. And we have 8 SRM ammo already. Alright, so 13.5 in repair bill. Like I said, very little damage. And since the Orion is primitive, I'm actually going to scrap 2 pieces of it. But if we get another Orion variant that's not primitive, then perhaps we can combine them. But this... I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna think about it. Because if I build this, we have our first assault mech, and it's a King Crab. But it's a primitive King Crab. So would I prefer to scrap 2 pieces and save 2 for when I get a non-primitive King Crab? I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But yeah. we got 4-stack Orion and a 4-stack King Crab. That is awesome. That's just awesome. Okay, so that has been your episode of Roguetech for the day. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, have a good one.